welcome or welcome back to Budgets and Dreams. Today we are doing credit card unstuffing and cash condensing. Yay, fun. And then we'll also have a quick look at the iPad and look at our totals and also talk you through the changes that I've made on the LISA tracker. Yay. But yeah, grab yourself a cuppa. I don't know how long this is going to be. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it and I hope you've had an absolutely amazing weekend. My weekend was really good. It is now Tuesday and I am still feeling it from Saturday. So I've definitely reached the point where I am actually too old to be doing that sort of thing, I think. But it was great fun. But yeah, I'm still feeling it. So if I sound a bit flat, that might be why. Plus, I've got so much to do in this video, I'm going to have to really concentrate. So yeah, anyway, I hope it's good. I hope you enjoy it. So let's get stuck in. Oh, this week's affirmation is my creative energy knows no limits, which is cool. Right, so credit card unstuffing. We are unstuffing a total of £1,020 to go back to our credit card this month. Hopefully this is the last really big number, but this is because it's been the summer and we did the school shopping and Oscar's birthday and loads of bits like that. So yeah, quite a big one. So let's get stuck in. I've tried to plan this to the nth to make sure that nothing goes wrong, but best laid plans. We'll see. So first off then, we are taking £60 out of cash to cover £7 on parking, £44.67 on a couple of Waitrose spends. One was just for some fancy food for a dinner one night. Ben likes to get a bit fancy every now and again with the dinner. And another one was for some pudding after the meal that we had for our anniversary, but I've decided to take it out of cash to keep my anniversary unstuffing easier. And then also a mystery £6.50 from the Co-op that I have no idea what it's for. So we're taking 60 quid out of cash. So that's just those three 20s. 5, 10, 20. Perfect. So there's £10 left in cash now. Luscious. Right, health is up next. We are taking £80 out of health. That is to cover the last lot of physio payments, £71, and a prescription for £9.90. So that came to £80.90, but we are taking 80. So I'm going to take the placeholder, that's 50, 70, 80. Yep, so we've got 45 left in health. Right then, car. So this is where we can get into some condensing. So that's exciting. So we have got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 in cash to go back, which means we've got 900 in total. So I'm going to swap all of that for a 900 and take 100 back to the bank. So back to the bank, we have got car, 100. Perfect. Car insurance is good. We've not done that yet. Phones, I think, is just a condensing. But I don't think we're taking anything back to the bank. No, we've got 20, 40, 50, 60. So we'll just swap that for a 20. So 460 quid in phones still. Lovely. Emergency still on 1,000 and new home we will come back to at the end. I'll leave that undone. Lovely. So that was the easy one. Right, so into Oscar's stuff then. Oh, we spent so much out of here. This is going to be pretty much empty by the time we're done today. So from stuff, we are unstuffing £55. That is to cover £16 on a pair of joggers, £20 on some lunch at some point, don't know when, and an extra £20 that I went over on his birthday budget. So 55 coming out, so 20, 40, 55. So we've got 45 left in stuff. Perfect. Clubs. So I've got a bit of a faffing about to do. I've made myself a little note on what I need to do in here. So we spent £25 on part of his membership fees for gymnastics. So what I need to do is I first of all need to swap this for two £100 placeholders. This is where all my prepping is coming into hand. So I've got two £100 placeholders and then I'm going to swap this £100 for £100 in cash. Oh no, but I don't have enough fives to do that. Oh no, I need more £5 notes. One sec. Right, I'm just taking £10 out of something in Savvy and putting back a tenner. Lovely. Right, so now I need to swap this for £100. We'll put £100 in there, but I want to take £100 in cash because we've got some other things that we're going to need to unstuff soon. So I'm going to take 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 500. Perfect. So everything is even. where it needs to be. So now I can take the £25 out that I need to send back to the credit card, and we should have 120, 40, 60, 75 left. Yep, perfect. Lovely. I love it when a plan comes together. That is good. Lush. Okie dokie. Future is all good. We are sending money back to the bank. So we have got 400, 550 in the bank at the moment, and then 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90 in cash. So if I put 50 in the tray, so we have got for condensing, what was this? Future. 50 is going back to the bank. No, that's not right. I think I did something wrong. I thought I had more than that. Oh no. Don't know what I've done. Oh shoot, one sec. Right, I don't know if I just did bad maths or what, but I should have 650, 640. Oh no, I did that right. Yeah, great, cool. So that £50, yeah, so £50 went back to the bank, which means I can swap all of this for a £600 placeholder. Correct. That is correct. So I've got 640 in Oscar's future savings account now. My chair is being awfully clicky and creaky, so apologies if you can hear it. School is empty for the moment. Right, summer, let's do it. Oh, I've done uniform first. Let's flip over to summer. So in summer, we are unstuffing £150, which was 47.21 on mini golf and lunch, 42.45 on our fancy annual lunch that I was telling you all about, 28.77 on a pizza, and 24.52 on fish and chips. You will see there's been an awful lot of spending on food this month. So we're unstuffing 150. So 100 and 20, 40, 60. So we'll get £10 change. So that's for the credit card. But also this £300, our Dyson broke. So I was going to put this 300 towards our Lysa, but we had to buy a new Dyson and I didn't want to break into the emergency fund when we had money available. So this 300 has gone on a brand new Dyson. Yay. Oh, I'll just stick that in the back there. I was going to chuck that to the side, but yeah, it may as well stay there. So now we have got 35 left in summer, but what I'm going to do with this, because we don't need it for the summer holidays just yet, I'm going to put it to one side and we're going to stick that in the Lysa at the end. So that is going there. So summer is now completely empty. Then we've got a similar thing going on in uniform. So uniform, we are unstuffing £250. So that's £70 on his school shoes, £35.25 on a jumper and tie, £36.99 on shirts, £32.99 on PE socks and a school bag, £10.07 on some stationery, £11 on a pair of trousers, and £60 for a coat. So £250 is coming out. And I need to do a bit more juggling here. So I've written myself some notes. So £350 placeholder to the tray. Okay, let's do that first. So £350 going in the tray, and then I take a £100 placeholder as change. That's the £250 going back for the credit card. Perfect. And then £100 is going to the side for the Lysa. Yay, perfect. So that is uniform all done as well. Lovely. Right, so Oscar's birthday is up next. So I put a little note on here. There is £250 worth of placeholders in here at the moment, but there's actually only £220 left because I moved £30 to his Go Henry account, which is how I went over budget actually, because there was something else I needed to pay for. I didn't realise. Oh, I can't get this open. Hang on. Oh my goodness. Right, so this 250 is actually 220. So I'm going to stick that post-it on there, put it in the tray, and that's to remind me that that means 220, and this 50 can just go away. We don't need that. So that is birthday done. So that was 131.45 on gifts, including the Go Henry, I think. No, not including the Go Henry, because this is just credit card unstuffing. 34.90 for his cake making, 17.37 on lunch that day, and 55.90 for the curry. And then also there was 20 quid that we also took out of cash. So we did go over budget, but never mind. So that is it for Oscar's binder. It is all ready. I'm not going to say it's all empty. It's all ready to be restuffed, which I'm going to start again in a couple of weeks. So yeah, all of his annuals are all there to be restuffed. These actually have to go into a different order. But I will worry about that another day. Perfect. So that is Oscar done. So into the fun binder then. So first of all, we are starting with Harry Potter Studios, for which I have this, which is worth £180. but we spent 130, which was £15.95 on some butterbeer and treats, £60 and 55p on dinner. We had dinner there, as you know. I bought an umbrella for 20 quid. We spent 17.20 on the bauble and some water, and 14.40 on some sweets for the boys. So I'm going to put this in the tray as a £180 placeholder, but take 50 change. So that's the 130 that we spent. And then this 50 is also going to the Lysa. Lovely. Oh, it's quite sad to see that going away, actually. I might have to save up for something else HP related, like maybe Cursed Child or something like that. We will see. Cool, lovely. So, adventure. We are just condensing. So 10, 20, 30, 40 that we can pop in there. So we've got 60 in total for adventure now. Birthdays. Oh, I thought I was sending something back to the bank. Oh, I probably am. This is credit card and stuffing, Jenny. Right, so for birthdays, we have got 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150, 155. So we're going to leave the 5 and send 100 back to the bank, or do I want some cash? Yeah, 100. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100 going back to the bank. So birthdays, 100, so that is that placeholder. Yep, correct. So we've got 150, 5 now for birthdays. Lush. Right, Christmas is all good, holiday is empty, weekend away. We are just taking £50 out for our anniversary dinner. It was actually 58, but I've balanced all the money around everywhere else just so I could take that 50 out to keep it simple. So we've now got 300 in weekend away still. Lovely. And then all of these are empty, so nothing to do there. Right, so that is the end of what I need to unstuff for the credit card. So I'm just going to do a quick count up and just see where I'm at. I'm going to need the calculator, aren't I? So we should have 1,020. So the C card is 1,020 plus 250. So between these two things, we should have 1,270. Just going to check I'm not being stupid. Don't know if you can see this or if you can't. 100, 250. At least that bit's correct. Yeah. 1270. So we should have 1270 in the tray and an assortment of lots of weird. So I'm going to go start from here. So this is 180. So that's 200. And then we have got, oh no, hang on. Let's not do that because that adds up to a round number. So I've got 220, 180. Yes, I'm using a calculator. So that's 400, 500, 800, 900, 20, 40, 60, 81. So that's 1,000. And then, so we should have 270 left in cash. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92. I feel like I've got too much. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Ah, yay! Amazing. So that is the first bit right. Wonderful. That makes me happy. I hope this is all on screen. I've moved the camera again. And also I'm feeling a bit guarded in my like body position, like I've got my elbows hugged to my chest, so feel a bit restricted. Right, okay, cool. So that is all good. So far, so good. We have got £1,270 in the tray. Yay, lovely. Right, okay, so next we are going to go into savings challenges. Have a play around in here. So ducky dots, first of all, let's see what we can do. So we've got 200 in the bank already, and 20, 40, 60, 80, 115. So I can send 100 back to the bank and then get, oh, I've missed something, I think. Nope, that's right, and a £300 placeholder to swap for that one. Yes, perfect. So 315 in ducky dots, 100 going back to the bank. This is turning out to be a really good saver. So ducky, 100, lovely. We haven't started magical creatures yet. Pumpkin pie, do we need to condense it? No, there's 55 in there, ready for the October half term. Right, Llama Chameleon. I think we're sending something back to the bank here. So there's 50 in the bank and 20, 30, 40, 50 that we are sending back to the bank. So that 50 I can swap for this 100. So Llama, 50 going back to the bank. So there is 105 in there now. Lushers, snakes and adders, I owe 20 quid, but let's do a condensing in here as we go. So we've got 45 and then a whole bunch of coins. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I've got a funny feeling it's all really, really dark. I'm really sorry if it is, to turn your screen brightness up. So that's 10 and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's a 20 and 2, 4, 6, 7. So we'll take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And 2 goes back in the bag. Lovely. So in snakes and adders, we have got another 10 that we can swap. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 70 and the 2 in there. So 72 in total. Nothing going back to the bank. Kitchen cash, I don't know. Oh, maybe. Let's have a look. Yep, we can swap this for 20. Lovely. So there's 70 in kitchen cash. And then Oscar's future we emptied the other day. So now we are on to the Lysa. Yay. So let's do a bit of adding in and then we'll put all of this back to the new home category in the sensible binder. So let's see what we've got here. We should have a round number. If I've done this all correctly, we should have a nice round number. So we've got 100 and 50, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. Yay, I did it correctly. Amazing. So let me just colour that in. So 200 going back, which is great. This is where I get confused because there's money in the bank already. So in total then, going to the Lysa, we have got 100, 200, 250 that is already in the bank. And then all this I need to write down and put in the tray. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So I say 550. So that's 600, 700, 800. Yes, perfect. So £800 going to the Lysa this month, which is amazing. So Lysa is 550. Cash, 600, 700, 800. Yes, perfect. Okay, great. So 550 going in the tray. It's definitely really dark. I keep saying that and then it's going to not be, but I really do think that it's going to be. I'm really sorry if it is. Right, anyways, 550 going in the tray. These placeholders can all skedaddle because what we need to do is go and add that £800 to the money that is already existing in the Lysa right now, which is, I checked the balance earlier, 2,220. So with my £800 today, that will take the balance up to £3,000, which is amazing. Oh, let's wrench this open. Right, squeeze all that out. So £3,000 is going to be in the Lysa now. So we'll chuck that away and we'll get our £3,000 placeholder, which is amazing. And we can colour in another one of these. Oh, I forgot that I was going to be able to do that. Oh, I haven't fixed it. I will fix it though. I'll put this one here. Oh, let's just fix it. There we go. One sec, I'll just rub that out. There we go, sorted. So we've got £3,000 in the Lysa now. Oh, that's exciting. Well, we will when we take that cash back. But yay, I'm just gonna open this and see, oh no, it's really dark. don't know. It's going to be one of those things where I think it's dark, and by letting the natural light in, I've just made it darker by accident. Who knows? Right, anyway, so that's it. That's amazing. Yay, 3,000 in the Lysa. So now we need to do is move on and have a look at Savey. Right, I've just moved my lamp a bit, but I'm hoping I didn't just make that worse. Right, so let's have a look in Savey then and see what we've got going on in here. Right, I've got another little thing for Savey. We'll do all the totals in a minute. Right, so buffer, let's start with you. So we have got 100 in the bank, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50 that can go back to the bank. So buffer back to bank is, oh, I've put the total in there, look, whoops. Let's just do a little line there for the total. So 50 back to the bank. Yeah, which means I can swap. No, it doesn't. Oh, there we go. 150. It's 100 for 150. So we've got 155 in there in total. And there's just £5 cash. This is just for me, so I can keep track of what I've got where, cash versus placeholders and bits and bobs. Right, car has got 350 in the bank and 5, 10, 15, 25. So we can swap this for a 20. So 375. So I've got 25 in cash. Oh, and the placeholders. What am I going to do about that? Oh, I'm going to have to put it there. I thought I was prepared. I was not. So 350 in placeholders. Perfect. Okie dokie. So 375 in total. Lush. Right, clothes is 100, and that is fully funded. So clothes, nothing, nothing. Nothing, 100. Nothing back to the bank yet. Okay, cool. Groceries. We have got 250. Oh, I forgot to do cheeky. We'll come back to cheeky. 250 in the bank and 20, 30, 35, 45. So, oh, that's a shame. I'm not going to bother like putting in extra fivers and stuff today because this has already been an awful lot for my brain to keep up with. So we've got 250 in placeholders and 45 in cash and nothing going back to the bank, so we've got 295 in total. Flush. Okie dokie. Right, health. We have got 60 in the bank and 20, 30, 40, 50 in cash, but I'm going to just put 40 back to make this a round number. So that takes that up to 100, which is that one there. So we've got 110 in health in total. 40 going back to the bank, £10 in cash, £100 placeholder. Lovely. Great. Right, rent is next. So we've got 250, 300 in the bank, and 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 45. So this is 40, 20, 20. Yep, correct. So 20, 40, and this can all be swapped for a 300. Lovely. So we've got 345 in total. Nothing going back to the bank. We've got 45 in cash and 300 in placeholders. Lovely. So that was rent. And then spending has got 100 in the bank and 25, 30 in cash. So 130, nothing going back to the bank, 30 in cash and £100 placeholder. Lovely. Subscriptions has got 140, and that is that fully funded. So I'm going to take that 40 back to the bank, and I made myself an extra special placeholder somewhere. If I can find it, there it is, 140. Of all the random placeholders. So we have got 140 in subs, 40 going back to the bank. Hopefully I've done this right, yeah. So nothing in cash and 140 in placeholders. Lushes. And then lastly, utilities has got 200 in the bank and 5 in cash. So 205, nothing going back to the bank, 5 in cash, £200 placeholder. Yay! So that was Savey condensing. Let's just add all this up before I take a look at cheeky bonus. See if I've done some maths right. Oh, dearie me. I am running on fumes. So we have got I'm going to get the total first. So 155 plus 375 plus 295. That should be 100. 110, 345, 130, 140, 205 equals 1855. I don't know where you can see that and where you can't. 1855. That is amazing. Yay! Oh, we're so close, aren't we, to that 2000. That's very exciting. That'll be halfway through our first month's worth of expenses. Oh, that's very cool. Right, so for going back to the bank, we have got 50 plus 40 plus 40, which equals 130. So let's add this to here. Savey 130. So we have added an extra 100 plus 50, oh no, 100 plus 50 plus 550 plus 130. So we've got 830. So 1270 plus 830. 2,100 pounds. Ooh, so that is what we should have in the tray of our amalgamation of stuff, but I need to remember to do cheeky, so we'll come back to that. We've got some coins we can shift in here. So Oscar definitely has 5 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Just grab any old one. I don't want a brand new one. That will do. So £6, still in Oscars. We've just condensed that down for a £5 note. Similar story for Ben, I think. So Ben has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So £5 in. And the £2 coin. Lovely. I've got 2. Oscar's Future has 8. Charity's still there. I have a plan for that. If I can't make it to the shop, I think it was Barney Budgets, if I remember rightly, suggested I could just actually send the cash to the food bank. So I think I'm just going to do that. So we've got £5 in gifts. Lovely. So we'll stack that under there. I counted that right? Yeah, £5 in gifts. Let's grab you. Lovely. So that's cheeky all condensed. Feels a lot nicer. A lot nicer. Amazing. Right, okay, so this is it. This is when I count everything up and find out that I've done it right for the first time ever. Yes? Let's go with a positive attitude. So let's get all of our confusing placeholders out the way first. So 180, so we're aiming for a total of 2,100 going back or being swapped around the bank. So 180 plus 220 is 400, correct? Yes, 400, 500, 800, 900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1. So that's our first 1,000. Oh, I didn't do a money fan. Let's just do it with this lot. So this is all the lovely loot going back to the bank. Oh, I've got no ability to do this today. There we go, money fan. Love it. Right, so let's give this a count. This should be 2,100. So 20, 40, no, 1,100 left in here. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60, 82. 20, 40, 60, 83. 20, 40, 60, 84. 20, 40, 60, 85. That's 500. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60, 82. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 93. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 400. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 5. Okay, this is going to make my stacks a bit messy now, isn't it? Okay, so that is another 1,000. So we've got 2,000, so we should have £100 here now. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70, 80, 91. Yay, I did it correctly. Go me. Woo. So £2,100 to pay off the credit card and to go back into savings. Obviously, £800 of that was for the LISA. Well, kind of. How much was in cash? £550. Cool. So that is all correct. That's all I really care about. So I'm going to tidy all this up and then I'll go and get the iPad and we'll look at totals and stuffs. Right, I really hope you can see this. I've turned the lamp off completely in the hopes that the iPad light just is good enough on its own. So this is the total savings. So we have got this month an ending balance of savings of 10,775, which I am really, really happy with because we unstuffed all of that money and we're still pretty much in the same position that we were last month, so I can't complain about that. The good news is the LISA has gone up, but that's by £900 because of the government bonus that we got last month and also our interest. So we've put 800 and then the government and everything bumped it up by another 100, which is great. Savey has gone up by 200 and some numbers, no, 195. Yeah, and then Oscar's feature has gone up a little bit as well, which is really, really good. So yay for that, I'm very excited for that. 10,775 in there now. So the LISA tracker, let's talk about that. So I have changed this around a bit because when I had created this last month, I had set a goal of £1,000 a month, but you can't actually put £1,000 a month into your LISA because you're not allowed to put that much in. So what I've done is I've now changed this to project the maximum that you can put in, which is 4,000 into each LISA. We've got 2 LISAs, so that's 8,000. So each month, the max we can put in, you know, we can put more in and less other months, but you know, on average, the max we can put in is 666.67, which is this number here. So the blue line, the goals contribution, the contributions goal, this line here is 666.67 a month. And then I also had to change the savings projection. So the savings projection is now based on our contributions goal or our actual total. How much I expect to get for government bonus and interest and growth, because Ben's is in a stocks and shares and mine is in savings. So I've done a 3% average across the two of our accounts for interest and growth, and then also the government bonus as well. So the projection is based off of that. It takes the contribution goal or our total. And then creates this line for us for a projection. So this is now saying that we'll have 60k saved, which is a 20% mortgage deposit in December 2030. And I've also changed the name of the chart, so it's 60k in 5-ish years, because I realised as well that this projection is kind of out of our control. So the contributions is what we can control, but the projections, so the growth, is totally out of our control. If they like completely change my interest rate or Ben's investments tank or whatever, then obviously it's going to shift. So really we should be talking about moving Ben's investment LISA into a cash LISA because of that instability, and we are really looking at kind of a short term, it's only 5 years, but I think we're going to cross that bridge as we get a bit closer to when we actually want to pull the money out, but that is on my radar for anyone who's worried about that. What I've also put on here is a halfway point, so I've got 30k, which is a 10% deposit, which will be April 2028 if we get there. So hopefully when we get here, then we'll start like seriously talking about what we want to do then for the rest of it. Do we want to keep going? Do we want to start looking for a house? But yeah, this halfway point is our, we can actually go and talk about making this a reality now. So the scary stuff doesn't really kick in till there. But at the moment, September 25, we have got £3,020 in the LISA. Oh, how lovely. Cool, so that is absolutely everything. Sorry about the light drama. I'll have to watch it back and see how bad I was making things if I was making it worse. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. It was a little bit sort of fiddly this month because of all the placeholders and the move-ins and scrape-ins, but yes, so this is all the lovely monies that is going back to the bank, yay. And this week's affirmation is, my creative energy knows no limits. I love that so much. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, do leave me a like, do the subscribe thing if you would like to, and a comment, that'd be amazing. And yeah, I will see you again in a couple of days with cash stuffing as usual. So until then, I can't talk. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.